doing a collab with Elissa, and did I say it right?
Elissa, you said it right.
I'm so conscious of getting your name wrong.
The whole point of my channel name is that no one can get it right, and every time someone has to call, yeah, anyway.
So we have come and we meet halfway between Fano and Rome, and we are in Spoleto. Tell us about your channel.
Okay, so basically my channel is mostly about teaching languages. That's kind of my bread and butter. So I teach English to Italians and I teach Italian to English speakers, and then I also do some other random videos, some random culture videos, and maybe a vlog every now and then.
So we are going to do a collab here and then also on her channel, so we'll link everything in the description box below.
Yeah, and don't forget to get on her channel to watch the rest of the video. So the video we're going to do is going to be about how to dress like an Italian, how to be like an Italian,
How to look like an
how
Italian.
to look like an Italian, whatever it is, you will see it in the title anyway. I would say that it's mostly like how not to look like a tourist when you get to Italy.
So we were just trying not to have this whole conversation before we got here, to have the conversation on camera. So we were talking about looking like tourists. Do you feel like you look like a tourist? Because I look like a tourist.
Definitely.
Even though obviously I'm not a tourist because I actually live here. But
I mean, you're not Italian.
I'm not Italian.
Yeah. Especially
yes.
you're blonde and hair, blue eyes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the whole discussion about like hair and like light hair and eyes, and then
for sure. I mean, the thing with me is that if you don't hear me speak in English, I pretty much look like a Southern Italian. I mean, I am half Italian by blood, so I think if you, I mean, you're Italian, you tell me.
Yeah,
but I think when you look at me, I look like a Southern Italian, like Sicilian, which is where my background is. So yeah, I mean, I have dark hair, I have curly hair, I have dark eyes, and I just have those kind of Mediterranean traits. So I think that helps me to not look like a tourist. But the thing with you is that you have like kind of strawberry blonde-ish hair.
Yeah.
You have blue eyes.
freckles.
And the thing is interesting though is that there are a lot of Italians with blonde hair and blue eyes now. Usually up in the north, but even in the south, because of the people who invaded the south and whatever. So you get, you know, my dad has green eyes, my uncle has blonde hair and blue eyes. So it's not uncommon. So it kind of makes you wonder, like, what makes someone look Italian?
I think one of the main things is that backpack you have, like that kind of style.
This
so like touristy. So you carry that everywhere. If you go to work, you carry that sometimes, and if you go shopping, you carry that, and you look like a tourist the whole time. And then I don't know, even also about the dressing.
Yeah, it's definitely clothes. My clothes are very like not Italian style.
The thing is, I don't even know necessarily what Italian style is. All I know is that I have an appreciation for the way Italian people dress, I guess. Like, I might even have a preference. I mean, I feel like when I'm in Canada, because if you guys probably don't know me, but I'm Canadian, so when I'm in Canada, I will more often see people and be like, that's an interesting fashion choice. Whereas here,
in a good way or a bad way?
In like a confused way, I guess. Like, you know, people in the States and in Canada will sometimes go out in pajamas to like Walmart.
Yeah, England
yeah?
too. Although they did ban it in Tesco's,
really?
but they banned it and said you can't go in the store in your pajamas.
What? Wow.
So, and like flip flops as well. Like,
what are pajamas though? How do you determine what pajamas are?
I don't know when they look the same.
That's interesting.
A onesie.
Yeah.
Why would you go in pajama anyway?
I don't know why.
I don't know. I mean,
relaxing.
The worst I've done is gone out in sweatpants. But I mean, that's not that weird. But I mean, when it's exam mode, university, like I'm tired, I'm studying, I'm just going to an exam to like sit on my butt for 3 hours and cry, then I want to be comfy. I don't want to be in jeans and like restricted.
Well, that's the difference.
You know?
They have to wear smart clothes to go to an exam here in Italy.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I
didn't know that. They have to wear like
you have to dress. No.
Yeah, suit and
otherwise they get knocked down and
I'm
everything.
appalled. What?
Yeah. Seriously. Yeah, because I can remember doing exams like when I was in America. I did it in like leggings.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, this is so.
Leggings,
jeans
sweatpants,
and like trousers and whatever. So.
I am shook to the core. What?
Yeah, it's weird. And I had an exam this summer. Well, when was that? Was that in June, right?
Yeah, June.
It was in June. It was freaking hot, but I still had to wear my suit and tie and shirt and everything. I was like, I'm boiling.
Oh my gosh, that's so weird.
Yeah. Well, also there's the thing with flip-flops here. I can remember when, like, maybe 2 years ago when I was like in my first summer here, I was wearing flip-flops and your mum commented like, oh, why are you wearing flip-flops? Like something like that's such an English like thing to do, because here they don't wear flip-flops, only if they're like at the beach.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
my mom always complained with me because I like to wear flip-flops, and she's like, are you going to the beach? And I'm like, no, I'm not. I just don't want to wear shoes. Why do I have to wear shoes? It's so hot. But anyway, I think one important thing that it tells if you're a foreigner or not is if you wear shorts and short sleeves tops when it's still like June or April or something like that, because it's really hot for you guys. Like maybe like when you feel like it's 20, you're already like, oh, it's summer. But for us, it's like, okay, no, I better keep my normal clothes, otherwise in the summer I'm just gonna rip my skin off because I
actually learned that from one of Elisa's videos, because Elissa did a video on that. Elissa from Rome Inside, we can maybe like link her video. But I mean, she also makes videos on like culture stuff and things like that, and yeah, I kind of didn't know that, but I kind of did it naturally. Like I mean, in Canada, I'm like on the hottest days I'm wearing shorts. Like I wear shorts on the hottest day. It's not necessarily, it doesn't necessarily depend on the temperature, and I feel like for me it's kind of the same here. You know, indoors in Canada it's always 22, 23 degrees, so I mean inside I'm gonna be kind of cold. It better be freaking worth it for me to wear shorts because I have to be out all day, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's but definitely
it gets like hot later, because when we went to England in April and they were on like some weird kind of hot spree going on in April, like they were nearly 30 degrees and everybody was wearing like shorts and dresses and little summery clothes, and Riccardo's family were there with us and they're like, wow, it's like we were in some kind of holiday paradise with everybody like wearing like these little clothes. But the English, you know, it's normal that we just chuck on some shorts when like the sun comes out.
For sure, yeah. I mean, I'm not 100% aware of exactly what the weather's like in the UK, but I mean in Canada in the winter we get -30 or -35, depends on where you live. Your phone.
God.
Shame on you. You know, in the winter we get -35, -30. So I mean, for us, when it's 20, we're like, thank you. But it does get to +30, +35 sometimes in Ottawa.
Oh wow.
It's just, we have, that's the thing, people think that Canada is this like cold wasteland.
That's what I think.
100% of the time. Yeah, I've made an igloo before.
So Riccardo, what's a typical Italian look like?
Well, one thing.
I don't know, I don't feel like you look like a typical Italian though.
Why do I not?
Yeah,
well, okay,
no, my boyfriend and I were saying like he looks like a typical Italian.
Yeah, but Coral changed me a lot, because when we first started dating, I was always wearing a suit and a tie.
Really?
Always, what? Like I was always so smart, but then Coral was like,
I was so smart. Oh my gosh, is that a British thing to say I was so smart?
Yeah, maybe.
Is that British?
Is it?
No, because like
how do you say it?
Like to me that means I was so intelligent. Like to me smart equals intelligent. Like I know what you mean. It's like smart style like clothing. But I feel like we use that word less. I got confused. Sorry, continue.
That's alright. Yeah, smart is more like she made me change because she was feeling uncomfortable, because I was always wearing that and she was always wearing normal clothes. One thing that I really think is foreigner and like that is really weird for a tourist is when you wear sandals with your socks.
Okay, that's weird everywhere.
Yeah, that's weird.
I get so many Americans in Rome that they wear that, and I'm like, why do you do that? Do you not know that that's weird?
I'm not a fan. I think they should be banned everywhere.
Yeah,
universally banned.
Well, I think like an Italian way is just wear tight trousers, jeans that have to be tight. If they're loose, they look weird.
You mean not like super baggy, like in North America when guys will kind of wear it like you could see their butts kind of.
Okay.
Oh, what, because they like kind of fall down, or because they're like
so
tight?
they wear they're like loose, baggy. Yeah. I mean, it's more of like
style.
Yeah, me too. It's more of like a high school thing.
Yeah, exactly. For us as well. You get high school kids that they wear that kind of style, and you're like, oh, come on, get a grip. But if you're like a pure Italian and you're not following these kind of styles, weird styles, you just wear tight trousers and either like baggy tops, but they have to be like, I don't know, the kind of style that I think is like it falls perfectly on your curves of your
like it
muscles.
fits you properly, basically.
Yeah, like it's
fitted.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Another thing that is gonna scream tourist. I mean, here's the thing. Here's the other reason I don't seem like a tourist is because when I speak in Italian, which if you go on my channel, you could see what my accent is like and stuff like that. But I mean, my accent is fairly accurate, and if you hear me for a couple of sentences, you're not really gonna hear anything. Like because you're not gonna necessarily assume they're talking to a foreigner because I look like an Italian, especially where I live in Fano, which is a small city. And you know, you're not really expecting tourists to be there as much. You're expecting to see more Italians, so there's even less of a reason for people to think that I'm a foreigner. Yeah. Whereas maybe in Rome they would expect it a bit more.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, if you go around, this is also something Elissa said in her video, but it's something that I see so much and it drives me crazy when people like scream stereotypical things in Italian when they're in Italy.
The hand gesture.
Yes.
They do that all the time.
It hurts so much. Like the thing is that I'm not even Italian, and it like, yeah. I just know how bad it is, and I've gotten to a point where it drives me insane because it's like,
yeah, come on.
Like everyone is sensitive to like this like cultural appropriation thing, unless it comes to Italy. Like then everyone's okay to like scream random things and be like, oh, spaghetti, pasta, pizza. Like literally, people.
Yeah, it gets really annoying.
I mean, it depends on what the intention is. Like sometimes people say that stuff because they're trying to relate to you, and that's all they know, you know what I mean? So they'll just be like, oh, you're Italian, ciao, you know, they'll say something like that. And like, it can be cute, it depends on what your intention is, and sometimes it just like...
Or just to be annoying and arrogant, and just show that you can say something that's
trying to show off or be cool.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for watching our video. We're gonna wrap it up here, and don't forget to go check out the description below for all the other videos that we're gonna do together.
Go on her channel as well, and Instagram.
Yeah, so I'm on obviously YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Patreon. Yeah, I do a bit of everything.
We don't really use it.
Just a bit, yeah.
Well, she does lots of lives as well.
I do. I like live streams.
Really
they're
cool.
fun. I like talking to you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to our tangent.
We'll see you guys in the next video.
Okay, bye.
Bye.